fucking barrel rolls and loop the loop.
You think pilots really dream of just flying commercial?
I know, because you think about it. That's like, yeah, why would you want to do that, right? If you want to fly, you want the whole
You
experience.
want the whole thing, right?
Yeah. That's amazing.
It's like wanting to be, I don't know, a truck driver or something
Mm-hmm.
instead of a NASCAR driver.
Yeah, right. You want to, I want it to go fast.
I want to go fast.
We need you to transport these paper towels.
I need to go
65
real
miles an
slow. Be really careful.
Stuff at the way stations.
I'm fascinated by this process. May I just jump in?
Yeah.
Of
Is that
course.
how this is going to work?
Yeah, that's
I'm
exactly
super
it.
fascinated by this. I'm going to ask some questions.
Okay.
May I?
Yeah.
Please.
So this whole thing with improv, which I'm not, it's not my ministry. I've said that already. I'm not very astute. And I'm not very confident for someone who's so outspoken. I'm not very confident in doing it. What is the thing? Like you said, yeah, but what pilot really wants to fly commercial? Like, if you get into fly, like, is that kind of the premise of how you all move forward in what you do? It's like, that can't be how life is really supposed to be. And so you guys come up with these alternatives as you're on stage, or what's the thinking?
Good one. I think it kind of comes as you do it, right? Because I don't think when we started the scene, you were thinking, I'm going to be a pilot who wants to go fast, right? I think it just kind of, I don't know. I think it develops. Yeah.
Yeah.
As we-
It's sort of everything grows from what came before it,
Yeah.
in a way. Whatever you start with, you should. There's a thing called yes and. You say yes to the thing and you add something. So whatever the premise is, you say yes to the premise. The other people say yes to the premise and add something to it, and just adding things to the original premise, and hopefully it builds something that sort of makes sense in a bigger way.
Talk about inside baseball. Like I love the idea of us discussing
Yeah.
improv on the podcast. I know that's something we've done really before.
Yeah.
But
Nobody's
like real
ever
quick
asked.
on this last scene, for example, one of the first things he said is, "I'm going to go talk to the pilot." That's one of the first things he said.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, we probably got to get him talk to the pilot.
Yeah. Right.
At some point.
Yeah.
Now, how
Yeah,
the
that's what I
pilot,
think.
what the pilot's going to do, I don't know. But we got to see how the scene develops, and then we'll decide kind of like what the pilot's gonna be.
So fascinated. So there's a kind of internal direction that you each are doing based on cues that you're getting from what you all are saying to each other.
Yeah.
So you heard, I want to talk to the pilot, and you were like, okay, that could happen.
Yeah.
And you came in and you were like, buttons were on, and so you all are kind of self-directing yourselves
Yeah.
to create a whole scene.
Yeah.
And we've been doing it together for a while that we already kind of know what to expect from the other person. Like, if I throw it over here, he's going to lob it back. And I know what, whose strengths are or what, and where they're going to probably take something. And then I just stay ready. I stay ready.
It's all about staying ready and
Stay
improv.
ready.
Stay ready.
Stay ready, so
Stay
you don't
ready.
have to
Stay
get
ready.
ready, people.
Yeah.
That's the world.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So as an actor, actress, you
Both.
you haven't done improv. You hear stories about actors taking improv classes to like better their skill. Do you think there's any merit to that? Did you ever see yourself maybe trying that out to see if that can help your acting at all, or?
No, I'm not. I don't. I think there are people who are good at it. You know what I mean? Like, and if that's where you find the comedy, like if that's your comedy strength, like improv, I say go for it. And I've worked with tons of people. That's what they do. That's how they've done it. They take the classes. They go to Upright Citizens Brigade. They do all of those places that you all probably have done and know about really well. Because that's sort of how they see themselves, either doing what you do as improv workers. Ooh, that sounds like sex work.
The improv trade, improv trafficking.
Improvisers.
Improvisers. Yes, as improvisers, they want to do that. Or, it's a very kind of calculated step. Now I'm talking Hollywood now.
Yeah.
Right? Now let's
Talk
just
Hollywood.
let's talk Hollywood. It's
Talk
kind of a
Hollywood.
let's talk Hollywood. It's kind of a calculated step, right? Like if I take these classes at this particular place, then I probably have a better opportunity to basically get on a TV show.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
You know,
that's exactly what a lot of improvisers will go do. They'll
That's
move
what-
to
yeah.
LA and try to get seen by scouting agents
Exactly.
or whatnot.
So for me, that's not my background. I'm actually a classically trained actress.
Ooh, nice.
I like Shakespeare.
So can you tell us about when you made the move to LA? Like what caused that?
Well, I was actually doing a play in New York called By the Way, Meet Vera Stark. Lynn Nottage, one of my favorite playwrights.
Such a great. Oh, Kim,
Such
you
a
were fantastic in that
good
play.
one. Thank
You were fantastic in that.
Oh,
That was.
thank
I remember
you.
that. That was fantastic. Yeah, it was.
Thank you.
Go on, keep talking.
And so,
That was like it was like the first time I like saw you, right? Because I don't think I'd seen you do stuff here in Houston, but I didn't see you in Chicago.
was that the first time you
Yeah, because I hadn't. Yeah, I'd never gone to any of the plays in Chicago. I never saw you
Okay.
there. So when we went to New York, and I was like, yeah, that's when I saw you.
Oh,
Saw you as like
I didn't know
like your
that.
own individual. Like that's when I started respecting you for real. Hello. I mean, I loved you and respected you, but like as for your craft,
Yeah,
I
she's
was like,
legit.
oh
Like,
yeah.
oh, she's
she's
actually good
No,
at this.
because you
good.
I always knew you were good, but I saw that because you were with somebody who
Oh, right.
was like
I was
very
with a
known,
big name
big
person
name
in that
person.
show.
And then when I was like, look, my girl Kim. All right, I'm sorry. Go on. Okay, no, but yeah.
So then they did, I would call it a remount, but we had new actors. The main actress stayed as the lead. So I did that, and I had misgivings about like leaving New York to do a play in LA. The premise of the play is these black female actresses in the 30s, and they are all kind of in their own, they're all a type. And so my type was sort of the Hattie McDaniel type, so I was really large. And, we all had to play maids. So that was kind of the premise of the first act. So I was like, what am I going to go to LA for? And this was not recent where, body positivity nobody was interested in that at this point, very mid, what is that, the 2010s?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
2010s?
the
Yeah.
2010s,
Nobody's interested in that. So I was like, what am I going to leave New York for? To go to LA where they want you to be a size 0. I'm not going to be hungry. I'm not doing that. And I had some friends. I had 2 friends who were like, one is Heather Alicia Sims, and I'm about to name drop, and the
Please
other
do.
was Sterling Kelby Brown.
Yes, I remember. We had lunch with Star. I was like, that's Kim's friend. So when people like, this is us, I was like, we sat at an Italian restaurant.
Obtuse.
Yes, I remember.
He has a great vocabulary. Anyway. So those 2 people were like, what are you talking about? You at least need to go and be seen. So that's actually how I went to LA. I went to LA as a theater actor. Agents from my New York agency had an LA office. The LA people came out, and it was, so the first act, my character does something super duper broad, like big, almost like a show-stopping, if it were a musical kind of moment. So once they saw that, they were like, oh, we can make money off of her. That's what they said. Oh, we can make money off of her. She can make you laugh. She could do whatever. Because I really had no desire. I had never even imagined that I would be on camera. I'd always thought I would be doing theater.
Really?
Never, that was not where I was going.
I would assume in my ignorance that most actors are looking to get on the big screen.
That's because you're ignorant.
Yeah. You're right.
Sag. The Sag strikes.
Sag strikes.
Like, theater people, like, when I was doing theater, when I was being trained, like, oh gosh, don't do commercials. No, the real actors don't do commercials. And oh gosh, television. Nobody's really acting on television. Stage is where you hone your craft, and that's what I believed, y'all. I mean, broke Just broke and just lofty. Just all of the wrong characters, broke and lofty. And I just really never thought of it. I was like, I'm gonna eventually do Broadway. It's gonna come my way. But in the meantime, and I had a great New York theater career, to be honest. The public, if that means something to you, y'all listening, y'all like, I don't even know what that means. But like if you were in New York and you did the public or Second Stage, or you went to New Jersey and did Two Rivers, you were like doing great regional theater. And that's just what I thought. And then I moved to LA. I did that show. I did that play. Agents sent me out immediately. And this is the thing. I booked immediately. And that sounds ridiculous. But it happened. This is just dating. Private Practice was getting ready to end. Y'all remember that Shonda Rhimes show? It had Tay Diggs in it. It was a spinoff from Grey's Anatomy.
It was lawyers, right?
It was
doctors.
They were doctors, too.
Okay. But
they were doctors
they
too,
had
but
their
they
own practice, a
they
private
were
practice.
private
Yeah,
practice.
thus the title.
Thus the title. And I was like, they were like, go out for that. Y'all listen, that was a guest spot. I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't even know what it meant to go in to audition to be on camera, because I've gone into rooms knowing that I'm auditioning for stage. So it's a very different way of being. And when I was in New York auditioning for on camera, they would always say, you're too big. Not physically. Oh, maybe, is that what they meant? But for camera, they don't want to see, I'm on camera now, but they don't want to see a lot of this kind of behavior, because the camera is going to be that close to you and it's going to look crazy. So I always thought, I'm a theater actor. I naturally talk with my hands. I'm naturally animated in real life.
We
Yeah.
we cut to
Yes. I feel it.
we cut to a break room in the theater.